What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's the man welding, and today I had a thought while I was driving home from the gym, and it's something I want to talk about. And that is when people say getting old sucks. Holy shit, guys. When I hear people, especially people who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, or shit, even in their 50s, talk about getting old sucks, it makes me really sad for them. And that is because they don't realize that getting old is a huge blessing that not everybody gets the opportunity to have. I have friends, I'm sure you have friends or family whose life was tragically cut short and they did not have the opportunity to grow old. So let me explain something. The reason why I think people say getting old sucks, it's basically excusing themselves from accountability for their position in life. Now, let me start by saying there are certain circumstances that we're all going to face that are completely outside of our control. Some of those might affect us in a positive way. Oftentimes, those affect us in a negative way. And nothing you can do about that. But what you can do is be mindful of your perspective and how you're going to view these situations. What you should be wary of is having a victim mentality in regards to things that happen to you that are outside of your control. And what I would suggest you do otherwise is adopt the perspective that life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you, and in every unfortunate circumstance that is thrust onto you, there is an opportunity to grow, to become resilient, and to find a silver lining. So now that that's out of the way, let me get into the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about. You guys, when people say getting old sucks, what I hear and what I think they're really saying is that their life sucks. And why does their life suck? I would say large majority of the reason your life sucks is because of an accumulation of the compounding effect of the decisions that you've made that have led you up to this point in your life. And typically when people mutter some form of getting old sucks, usually from what I've seen, it's in reference to their physical health, right? And that means either they have put on a lot of weight, which is making it harder for them to move through their day-to-day life in an enjoyable manner. A lot of times people will say it when they have unexplained aches and pains, like, their back hurts or their knees hurt or, their neck hurts or they're getting all these headaches or they just don't have any energy or maybe their mood is low or they have no stamina, they have trouble breathing and performing strenuous exercise, and they'll say, oh man, getting old sucks, when in reality, getting old is not the problem. The problem is that you have neglected to prioritize your physical health, and by saying getting old sucks, you are attempting to excuse yourself of accountability of that reality. And you guys, I just want to highlight the fact that just like in finances, in life, your decisions are going to have a compounding effect. And let me not understate the power of compounding interest, for lack of a better term, right? So what I mean by that is kind of view it in the terms of momentum, right? You're either in life, there is no stagnation. You're either going to be progressing or regressing. Your momentum is either going to be positive momentum or negative momentum. And it's really pretty simple if you think about it like that. And so, if you're prioritizing your health and your fitness, not just your physical health, but your mental well-being, then over time, those daily actions and those steps that you take that are part of your process, are going to accumulate in a positive way. It's going to manifest you a physique that you like and that can serve you well throughout life. And if you're eating healthy, especially not just on short term, but over the long term, then, your organs are going to function properly. You'll have a healthy body weight and your skin will be clear and everything will be okay. And you guys, what really made me want to make this video is I know multiple people in my own personal life who are 70 plus years old, and they are extremely well. They're doing great. Financially, they are stable. Mentally, they're doing great. And physically, they're getting around just fine. They look super healthy. It's amazing, right? And I meet people like that, and they're such an inspiration to me because it shows me what's possible if you just take care of yourself. It's really as simple as that. You don't got to do anything crazy. It doesn't have to be some fucking crazy thing. It's just taking care of yourself on a daily basis. And I meet these people. Some of them I've just met once. Other people, I know more intimately. And no bullshit, they're in better physical shape than guys I know in their 30s and 40s. And these are people in their 70s. And they don't have all these mental problems that a lot of younger people claim to struggle with, like anxiety and depression and blah, blah, blah. And, it's really pretty incredible what the human body is capable of if you just treat it right and, you have a plan for yourself and you don't sabotage yourself with a bunch of bullshit. I don't really have much else to say on the subject, but just know if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and you find yourself saying getting old sucks, you really need to have an honest look at yourself in the mirror and maybe consider changing some things, because it's okay to be unhappy with where you're at in life, but it's not okay to just stay there and not do anything about it. So, here I am at 34 years old, and I have done a lot of abuse to my body, both through ingesting substances like drugs and alcohol, and just a lot of injuries and all that. And yeah, I've thrown pity parties for myself, and I have certain health conditions that are out of my hand, like an autoimmune condition that I haven't really spoke about publicly, but I'll probably make a video about in the future. But it's all okay. You got to play the cards that you're dealt, and no matter what your position is or where you're at or what cards you've been dealt, you can make the best of it. And getting old can be, a really wonderful, enjoyable experience. I feel great right now. At 34, I feel damn near in the best shape of my life, and I feel like I'm only on an upward trajectory. For me personally, I want to be healthier and stronger and more financially stable at 40 than I was at 30, and all those same things more at 50 than I was at 40, and even, and just continue that. Now, of course, at a certain point, father time will take its toll, but my grandma lived to 98 years old, and she held it together amazingly well up until the very end. So I know what's possible, and it's just really sad to see people abuse their body and squander their health, and that results in a really terrible quality of life, not just for yourself, but also the people who, are surrounded by you. So just something to think about. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And take it easy. I'll catch you next time.